Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Vet07, and today we're going to be taking a look at all the buffs. So finally they actually gave us a buffs and a nerfs kind of patch notes, even though I still think there is some stuff that they're not telling us, because they do have a history of that, but they did tell us stuff. The first thing on the list, right, is Dark. Now, Dark has been, all the moves are pretty bad except for the last two. The last two are decent, but they buffed the second ability on Dark. So let's go ahead and test the damage out. Let's see if it's any better, and if it's even noticeable, or even a good move in general. Not even 10k. What is wrong at 10k? 10k? This is an awakened fruit, by the way. 10k. Also, they did say certain skills can be used in the air. Well, not this one. I don't know what moves they're exactly talking about, but if anybody could tell me, that'd be great. But this fruit all around is just so bad. Like, even, I'm not exactly sure. I'm 100% sure what one they buffed. It says Z. Z should be the second ability. But all these are kind of trash, to be honest. Like, they're all due like low 10k, or like they're all doing like low 10,000s. Like, they're not good. I would like to see some more buffs to this. 14,000 is not bad. Yeah, 14,000 damage is not bad, but it's just not that good. I'd like to see some more buffs come to this fruit. So another random sword that got buffed was Tashi Blade. Tashi Blade is a really interesting one. I actually think that this was perfectly balanced, I want to say, especially for an uncommon fruit. This is like one of the first swords you ever get. So it's really clean sword. And now that they're buffing it, that's interesting. But I will go ahead and show you guys the damage. They basically buffed the second ability, 14,861 damage. That's pretty solid, honestly, for an uncommon sword. Literally the first sword you get in the entire game. Full combo, we're doing what? 30,000? That's pretty dang good. We're doing around 30,000 damage. I do have crit strike, so it is a little random, but around 30,000 damage for an uncommon sword that you literally get like instantly. Pretty dang good, and this sword looks so good too. I don't really mind that they keep buffing this sword. I mean, it's not going to really fall in the meta unless, I mean, 28k, it's solid, but not meta. So Love did get a pretty solid buff. They did buff the last ability, which Cupid Cyclone already did a good amount of damage. So why did they buff it? Well, my only guess is basically this fruit isn't really that good for PvE. But for PvP it's pretty solid, but for PvP or PvE, excuse me, it's not really that good. But the second ability is, or the last ability, I'm a little tired, a little sleep deprived, because King Lacy got me staying up. Actually does some pretty good damage now. 20,000 damage, that is a very solid number. Anything that does about that much damage, around 20k, is a very solid move for this game. So Love is actually pretty solid. Full combo, we'll go ahead and check right now. I gotta kill this guy real quick. And of course he's one. Go ahead and kill him. So if it isn't for PvE, I don't know why, but you already got one shot, I believe, with Blood Moon Twins with this fruit. So that's interesting. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and use first ability. We're going to hit him up. He'll come back down. Drag him down here. Do this. And then do this. So full combo, 50k. 50k is actually a pretty dang solid number for this fruit. It doesn't really have that much AoE. You can group up with Cupid Cyclone, but honestly, I think Love is a decent fruit. It's in a good spot right now. It could use a little bit more buffs, but I don't know. But it's pretty solid. Now, my personal favorite buff is going to be Saber V2. So Saber V2 did get a really nice quality of life change. I wouldn't say it's my favorite change. It has something to do with Quake, but it's just like so nice to have. Now it says it doubled the dash speed of Saber, and basically the first ability moves you slightly, but they doubled the speed of it, and now you move really fast and you cover some good distance. So this should make it easier to hit. This is more like a mid-range attack now. You dash pretty dang far. Saber didn't really need any buffs, but now that this exists, I mean, I could see this sword being pretty hard meta. 44k with this sword. This sword is definitely really good. First ability is really strong. Just by itself, it's doing 22,000 damage, and like I just said, anything that's doing 20k damage is a really good move, and it's on a sword that you could combo into pretty easily. So W, huge buff for this. I mean, not too big, but like, it's pretty big. I think this could change the meta, debatably. Honorably, it's probably going to be the best for PvP, but this is just a good sword overall. And then, of course, Quake. This fruit got a huge buff. I will explain to you once you guys see it that this fruit is really solid now. So let me go stand over here so the waves don't hit anything else. If it hits anything else, I'll let you guys know. But there we go. Perfect. So as you guys can see, 28,000 damage, 4 hits. It does 4 hits now, like it did originally. And before this update, it did only 14k. They doubled the damage of Quake waves, made it hit multiple times. And it's amazing, honestly. This buff, perfect. This was the this buff needed to happen a long time ago, to be honest with you. Quake waves were always trash. The Unawakened were always better in terms of damage, except when Quake first launched. When Quake first launched, each of the waves did 10k, which I think you should bring it back. Everybody knows how to jump over Tsunami. It's not hard. It should do 40,000 damage again. I really think that. I really think it was in a good spot, and it had its place in the meta. Basically, it was that raid fruit for normal raid, you know. But 28k, I don't know if it's back in that meta or not, but it is really, really good, and it's a good buff, or it's just a good change in general. Now full combo with this fruit, we can go ahead and see really quick. I'm gonna call the waves over here, then I'll full combo with everything. So Quiver the Will does about 10k. We'll just run up to 10k, and then I'll just add it onto that. So here we go. So 72,000 damage. Now I would say that this is meta, right? Because that's borderline meta. 72,000 damage with a full combo. The reason why I don't think Quake is actually more meta is because it makes up more than a quarter of that entire combo on a move with a 30-second cooldown. Now, if we increase the damage to 40k, like it was, you know, when it first launched, it's not going to affect anything in PvP. Everybody knows how to get over it. Like, it's only going to be good in really raids or maybe even AFK farming, which, you know, that is a concern, but you really could get away with 40k waves. Like, it would not be that OP. Also, just one of the nerfs that they pointed out was a passive. I agree with this completely. Armor piercing was nerfed. I believe this is the best armor piercing you can possibly get. I believe this is 7, piercing 7, 21%. This used to be like 45%, bro. This used to completely negate crab armor, which is 40% damage reduction, the best accessory in the game at the time. I don't think it is anymore. I think there's a mythic accessory anyways, but you'd basically completely get rid of crab armor with this. It was so broken. You'd get one shot pretty much by a lot of things at the time. Now that this has changed to 21%, I wish it was just a tiny bit lower, maybe 15%, and I think it'd be in a perfect spot, because you're still negating half of crab. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and sub. I think that this combo right here, Saber Quake, could go crazy. ATK Quake could go crazy. Quake is in a pretty good spot right now, especially now ATK's back, and also Saber has more movement now. I mean, that's the only thing Quake lacks is that movement, and if you give it that movement, it really shines, which is what we saw with ATK. Like, it's moving pretty good, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like and sub. I am kind of tired, so sorry if I like stutter a few times, because King Legacy ruined my sleep schedule. But pretty good changes overall. Perm Doe at 10,000 subscribers, so make sure to like and sub for that, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.